put it in the music. Someone put with a stiff arm, spin move, and go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, and go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Spin move, is on, go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, with a stiff arm, spin move, is on, go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off, and go. I had to kick off, and go. Putting it down for that, time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back, doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at, you know what it be, playing this here for the keeps, had to make out with a feast, got family to feed, third cold where the trophy should be, EA got me in the game now, breathe down with the game now, they're hearing with a lane now, my home second with a rain now, legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill, it's the high cause a bill, ain't nothing to the heel, stiff arm, spin move, is on, go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show, I had to kick off, and go, I had to kick off, stiff arm, spin move, is on, go for sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show, I had to kick off, and go, I had to kick off, and go.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go from Soldier Field. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Ball carrier.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a gain.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're a back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
He was brought down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
James White's first carry. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
A yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Newton. Being chased out left. Well, the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We're scoreless after one. A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Play action. It's Newton. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go down here.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Okay, yeah, when I hit that.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Buying time to his left. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
That one going to be complete to David Moore. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
At the 29-yard line.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 66 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3-and-out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3-and-out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky.
And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Chicago Bears.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The ball carrier.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Trubisky.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down. For the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 on the Seahawks' 13-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Bears. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Tariq Cohen. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 point. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And this is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
And it brings up third.
Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Tyler Lockett, 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. From the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Buster Skrine. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wilson's pass intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Skrine. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Trubisky. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. Only about a yard yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The ball carrier. He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back now at Soldier Field. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
21-yard line.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, a quick target here, complete to Metcalf.
Wilson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I'll give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that is good confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
The 18-yard line.
Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett, and the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. And the the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Trubisky will throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, his throw caught at about the 5.
And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense.